So let us learn the heart, our heart, human heart. So we know that our transport system consists of blood vessel and heart, right? We finished with blood vessel. Now let us see the structure of heart and how it functions, right? See, we know that blood has to flow, or it has to move through the blood vessel. How it moves through the blood vessel? It cannot just go like that only. It needs some kind of force. A force should be supplied so that only then the blood can flow through the blood vessel. See, we have the pipes, water pipes, and water flows through those pipes. How do you think that it can go? It has some kind of pressure, a force is there, which will help water to go or flow through the pipes. In the same way, we need a pump, a muscular pump, which makes sure that the blood is made to flow through the blood vessel. Imagine this pump. This is the pump or the muscular organ which makes sure that the blood flows through the blood vessels continuously. Imagine if it stops working, what will happen? The blood will not reach anywhere and the cells will not get the nutrients, oxygen, and the waste will not be removed. So what will happen? The person will ultimately he will die, isn't it? So let us see this amazing organ, a wonderful organ. You know what is specialty about this heart is from the time it is formed. Where it is formed? In the mother's womb. From the time it is formed till our death, it continuously pumps. It continuously works throughout the life of one. Throughout one's life, it continuously will be working. That is what makes this organ an amazing or a wonderful organ. So usually when I say what usually when anybody asks you, what is heart? We say it's a muscular organ which pumps the blood. Yes, that's right. Now let us see the structure of the heart and how it functions. Before we go for function, let us find out the structure of heart. Different chambers of heart. Okay, few questions. Let me ask you. Where is heart situated? Where is heart situated? Heart is situated in our chest cavity. We know the lungs and heart. These two organs are present in our chest cavity and it is protected by the rib cage. It is protected by the rib cage. Heart as well as lungs both are protected by the rib cage. Both are very delicate organs. Okay. So where is heart situated? It is situated in the chest cavity. Now what is the size of our heart? So what is the size of a heart? The size of heart is one's closed fist. One's closed fist. This is the size of my heart. So you take your left hand and fold all your fingers. Now this is what? It is closed fist. So whatever the size of your fist, that is the size of your heart. So what is the size of your heart? One's closed fist. This is the size of my heart. What is the size of your heart? You have to find out. So that is the size of our heart. Okay. And where it is present? It is present in our chest cavity. And you should always remember, heart is not upright. It is slightly slanted. Can you see? It is slightly slanted towards the left side. That's why whenever we say that heart is in the left side. No, it is not in the left side. Slightly it is slanted. It is slanted towards the left side. Okay. So that is about the size. Okay. Where it is situated, and it is slightly slanted towards the left side. Okay. Then what is the shape of the heart? It it is conical in shape. Heart is conical in shape. Then let us find out what is our heart made up of. Wherever there is movement is there. I'm moving my fingers, right? Wherever movement is there, then it is made up of muscle. You are moving your hand, you are walking, you are moving your legs, right? I'm moving my neck, I'm closing my eyes, I'm moving my lower jaw. So why I could do all this thing? Because they are all made up of muscle. Wherever muscle is there, it is function of muscle is to bring movement, right? So heart is continuously moving. You have seen that continuously it pumps, right? It contracts, relaxes, contracts and relaxes, contracts and relaxes, right? So the movement is there. So if it is movement is there, then it is made up of muscle. What kind of muscle it is made up of? Heart is made up of a special kind of muscle called cardiac muscle. Heart is made up of muscle called cardiac muscle. Only heart is made up of cardiac muscle. Why this special treatment for heart? Why heart is only made up of cardiac muscle? Why it is not present in any other organ? Why not in our hand? Why not in our legs? It is because I told you just now, from the time it is formed till the death, it continuously works. And cardiac muscle never ever says that I am tired. See, when you run, when you play, right? You after playing or after standing for some time, your leg will start paining, and you say, my leg is paining, and you get stomach pain, right? Because they get tired very soon. But cardiac muscle doesn't know what is tiredness, right? It never says I'm tired. The minute it says tired, then what will happen? Then the person will not be there. So if it says I'm tired, let me take rest. Like how you do, right? Especially in school, if they ask you give you some punishment, make you to stand, right? So after some time, say, ma'am, my leg is paining, right? Then what we say, we ask you to sit and take rest. Heart, if at all, it says, from the time I'm formed till I'm not taken rest, I'm working, let me take rest. If it stops that, what might happen? It is the finished case, right? The person won't be there. So that is the speciality of cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle will never say it is tired. It is immune to fatigue. Fatigue means tiredness. Okay? So that's about cardiac muscle. Next, let us see the structure of our heart. Right? So you can say our heart has two parts. Our heart has two parts, that is one towards the right, one towards the left. There is one separating muscle is there, a membrane is there, okay? So we have a membrane here called septum. It is called muscular septum. It is called muscular septum. This septum or the membrane separates our right side from the left side. This blue color what I have drawn here is the right side, and this red color, the pinkish color, that is the left side of the heart. There is a reason for this separation. I'll come to that later when we discuss about the function. Now let us see the structure of the heart. Okay, so we have the right side and the left side, right? And human heart is made up of 4 chambers. Human heart is 4 chamber, right? We have 4 chambers. Chambers, right? So there are 4 chambers. That means there are some animals wherein it will not be having 4 chambers. All the mammals, that is, you take cats, dogs, or donkeys, horse, rabbit, cow, or the cattle, sheep, their heart will be made up of 4 chambers. So all the mammals, I hope you know what are mammals. Mammals means those animals which give birth to their young ones directly. They don't lay eggs and they feed their young ones with their own milk. They are all called mammals, like lion, tiger, all those things will come under mammals, right? All the mammals and the birds chamber? Fishes have only 2 chambers, okay? Whereas the frogs and the snakes, lizards, they have 3 chambers, okay? Right? So, mammals, they all have 4 chambers. So, human heart, we find 4 chambers. Which are those 4 chambers? So, now we've got right side and left side. Next, you should know there is something in the upper chamber and lower chamber. These two are the upper chamber. These two are the upper chamber and these two are the lower chamber. The upper chambers are called auricles. What is it called? It is called auricles. And the lower chamber is called ventricles. Understood? So the upper chambers are called auricles and lower chambers are called ventricles. Now we have right and left side. Now we will be naming this as right auricle, right ventricle, as it is in the right side. Right auricle, right ventricle, and this side it will be left auricle and left ventricle. Like that, we have 4 chambers. Which are those? The upper chambers are called auricles, lower chambers are called ventricles. So we have right and left. So it is right auricle and that's the left auricle, right ventricle, left ventricles. Okay. Then we can see the blood vessels. So this is one blood vessel. This blood vessel is called vena cava. It is a vein. It is a vein. Vena cava means this is a vein. Okay. So the vein it just opens. Okay. So it opens. It brings blood. I told you what is the function of blood. Veins. It brings blood from different parts of the body to the heart. So it will bring the blood and it will open into the right ventricle. And here one more vein are there, that is pulmonary veins. Okay. So there are 2 veins which is entering inside the auricles. Entering inside the auricle, one in right side, one in left side. In the right side, we have vena cavas. Vena cavas, why I am saying vena cavas? Like we have 2 veins, that is inferior vena cava and superior vena cava. So I don't want to get into that. Just learn vena cavas. Okay. So the vena cavas will enter inside the right auricle and the pulmonary veins will enter or it will bring blood and it will enter inside the left auricle. And there are 2 arteries starting from the ventricle. There are 2 arteries. This artery, you can see this artery, it is making it to 2 branch artery. See, you can see the pulmonary artery starting from the left ventricle, it breaks into 2 branches. One is going to the right side, other one is going to the left side. So which is that artery which is starting from the right ventricle? That artery is pulmonary artery. And there is one more artery which is starting from the left ventricle. It is starting from the left ventricle. This is called the aorta. Aorta starts from the left ventricle. It is the largest blood vessel present in our body. So let us recap once again. So our heart is 4 chambered. Okay. So upper chambers are called auricles, lower chambers are called ventricles, and we have our heart as 2 sides, right side and left side. So now we call the auricle right auricle and right ventricle, left auricle, left ventricle. And there are 2 veins which is entering inside the auricle. In the right side we have the vena cavas, we have the vena cavas, this is the vena cava, and in the left side we have the pulmonary veins, right? And there are two arteries. One is starting from the left ventricle and which will branches into two. It breaks into two. One will go to the right side, other one will go to the left side. This artery is called pulmonary artery, and there is this blood vessel which begins from the left ventricle. It is the largest blood vessel in our body, and that is called the aorta. I hope you understood the structure of the heart. Next, let us learn the functioning of the heart.